My name is Reshah, and we are at the Hilltop Arboretum.
Who is Reshah?
It's hard to think about like Reshah as like a separate entity outside of myself, so I'll just say who I am. My real name is Estephanie Mena. I don't have a middle name. I'm 23 years old. I'm an artist. I'm a Dominican American, first generation, and I think that gives me a lot of swag. And I'm me, and I'm always evolving, and the definition of that will always be evolving as well. I already know that the area that we're walking into maybe might be closed, but it's a really sacred area.
Okay.
Like one day I just went out with like an empty water bottle. There's like a butterfly. And I was just like drumming. I had just got done meditating like on the other side. And I just felt or kept having visions of like people a long, long time ago doing the same thing that I was doing and just feeling like, okay, I'm in a whole different portal right now. Like, I'm sure if anybody was walking around, something would guide them to not come where I was. That's how like protected I felt in that little bubble. But I think it's no coincidence that someone's about to have a wedding over there right now. So, you know, they were like, that's where I want to get married.
What are some memories you think about that brought you to pursue art?
I would say as a kid, I'm thankful that my mom really placed a big importance on like my sister and I expressing ourselves. So she pushed us to look into extracurriculars. Now I know like that documentation is one of my passions. But back then, like I would draw like if something happened on the weekend. Like I just remember distinctively I was at a parade when I was younger and I lost my tooth there. And so like I was like worried that the tooth fairy wasn't gonna bring me money. So I drew a picture on a page and was just like, oh yeah, tooth fairy, like I lost my tooth. Art was just like another way of talking. I kind of viewed art and then like what I was doing as like two separate things, but now as I've gotten older I realize like, you know, I don't gotta subscribe to the white man's version of what fine art is or what is deemed as like real art.
What energy do you like to bring throughout your art, and what inspires you?
Okay, I would say I've always like heavily associated myself with like warm colors. I don't prioritize perfectionism when it comes to anything that I approach. I stopped painting for a long time or doing art like all of high school and then a bit of college, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start painting, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have an exhibit. And I think to a lot of people that sounds like, what, like you can't have an exhibit after doing 1 year of art? I'm like, who can't? Who can't? And I just feel like me being such a red person is kind of just like, I don't give a fuck what I'm expressing, I just need to express. I'm literally embodiment of everything that came before me and then everything that will be after me. And I think that's like how I find balance with like being so primal and like a flame, but it's like now I can direct it because it's like a refinement that comes from knowing that there's like a lot of things backing this. I don't know if that makes sense all the way, but yeah.
Talk about your go-to medium.
Go-to medium? I mean, couldn't like a medium just be like pen and paper?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well that's my go-to medium. My go-to medium is pencil, paper, pen, paper, sketchbooks. Like again, heavy emphasis on the raw things. So it's like I might have a few of my sketches at my exhibit and I don't feel the need to be like, I need to make a painting of this sketch. It's like, no, you get the sketch.
So,
is it fine if I sit on the ground?
Absolutely.
Can I sit like over there? Okay.
what is the most important thing that you prioritize when creating spaces?
I think what I prioritize when I'm creating spaces is like just making like an experience. I don't want to just have art on the wall. I want to have music. I want to have free food, like beverages if I can. Like make things bigger than, I guess, just a regular stopping point. For instance, I did a free garage sale in January of this year. I'm kind of just over like the bullshit of capitalism and how much a lot of us have to keep fucking like suffering and struggling and shit. It's like, why for the past week I have to make sure like I have to make rent, and so I'm working my ass off when really God put me here to be doing other shit. And so like when I create these experiences, it's kind of just like showing people like, you know, I don't want your money, just fucking show up, have fun, like enjoy yourself, and like just creating spaces for intentional joy. The way I feel called to show up for like just the community, the collective, is just by like giving people something fun to do. When I moved to BR too, I tried so hard to get into like the community out here, or like the scene that's out here for artists. As I got closer, especially to a lot of the men out here, it's a lot of like, let's say, enabling of these creepy, pervy ass men. And so when I create spaces, I'm like, this shit is the safe space and the space for like people that are tired of subscribing to like shit that we're supposed to be like, well, that's all there is, so who gives a fuck if he beat his girlfriend? Like, he do some cool ass shows every month. I'm just like, okay, fuck that. Like, I'm here for the people that want to lean into authenticity, want to lead into like healthy dynamics, and just like, I don't know, being truthful. And yeah, like I just look for embodiments of what I feel like this earth is moving towards. So yeah. Again, I just feel like I be going everywhere with these answers, but you know, that's what I felt inspired to say.
What are you most excited about right now and coming up in the future?
I'm just excited for where my life is going right now. I feel like it's finally mirroring and reflecting all the work I've been putting into myself. I'm excited about my show coming up. I was excited about this interview this day. I feel like the normal answer would be my exhibit, and I really am excited about that, but it's more so like what it's been creating for me. Like just like the sovereignty that comes with like continually pushing yourself, or pushing myself to embody myself. So yeah, I'm just excited in general. All right, y'all, it's been a pleasure. I'm with TBD Magazine. Thank you for coming to the world of Reshah. See y'all again, cause y'all gonna see me again. Peace.
Perfect.